We continue today with our journey through the Siddur, and we find ourselves in the beginning of Birchas HaTorah. Every single morning we begin by making a bracha over Torah, just in the same way that a person goes ahead and makes a bracha on any other mitzvah, before one lights Shabbos candles, before one puts on tefillin. The same way one makes a bracha before partaking of food or any physical pleasure. Although those are two different categories of brachos, we make a bracha every morning on the learning of Torah. But unlike other brachos, which are made every single time before you perform the act, we make one bracha in the morning over Torah, and that bracha carries us through the entire day, really reflecting the hashkafa, the outlook, that the Jew is to remain tethered, attached, and steeped in Torah the entire day. And Birchas HaTorah, of course, again, the primary part of it is the bracha of Asher Bachar Banu La'asok B'divrei Torah. We'll cover that in future videos. But what I want to draw your attention to is how Birchas HaTorah begins. Because according to many opinions, we begin Birchas HaTorah with the paragraph of Elokai Neshama Shenasata Bi Tohorehi. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the neshama, the soul that you have given me, is pure. Is pure. And we say, Ata Barasa, you created it. Ata Yitzarta, you fashioned it. You breathed it into me. You guard it. You take care of it. One day you will take it, a reference to death, and then you will give it back to us again, a reference to Tchias HaMesim, resurrection of the dead in the Messianic era. And the great tzaddik, Reb Simcha ben Pshischa, asks a very simple question. He says, why is this paragraph before Birchas HaTorah? What does this have to do with Torah? Or is the neshama wonderful? Thank you, Hashem, for my neshama. Incredible. But Birchas HaTorah is about Torah. It's thanking God for Torah. It's reflecting on the greatness of Torah. Why is it that we put this paragraph thanking HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving us back our soul? And the Rebbe says something so beautiful. He explains that if you go ahead and you deposit an item with someone for safekeeping, and then you come back to retrieve that item, and you see that not only have they cared for that item, but they've cleaned the item, they dusted the item, maybe did some touch-ups on the item. It's clear that they didn't just watch it, they didn't just prevent it from getting damaged or stolen or somehow lost, but they literally cared for it like it was their own. The first thing you do is you give a heartfelt thank you. Says Reb Simcha ben Pshischa, every single morning when we wake up, we recognize that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has not just given us back our soul. He hasn't just given us back our neshama, but He cleaned it. He purified it. He restored it. Over the course of the night, He did some touch-ups, because often over the course of the day, the neshama gets a little dinged or battered, a little bit of a dent here, a little bit of a scratch here. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu gets the neshama back at night, and He buffs out all of the blemishes, and He takes care of everything, and He gives us back a beautiful brand new neshama. It's not just the pshat that He gives us another day of life. That's of course an incredible reason to give thanks and to express our gratitude. But He gives us back a neshama that He has watched over. And it's clear that God has watched over it with love, because He gives us back, He gives it back to us pure and pristine and infused with an incredible dose of holiness. And therefore says the Rebbe, Rabbeinu Pshischa, something so beautiful. There is a concept of derech eretz kadma Torah. That derech eretz, being a mensch, having proper midos, proper character traits, knowing how to be a human being, that comes before Torah. Therefore says the Rebbe so beautifully, before I thank Hashem for Torah, I have to exhibit proper midos. Before I engage in Birchas HaTorah, I have to say thank you, Hashem, for not just giving me back my neshama, but for taking such good care of it, while my head slept comfortably and serenely on the pillow. You were taking out all of the scratches, all of the bumps, all of the dings, all of the dents, and you gave me back something beautiful, pure, and pristine. So the way we start the day is before we even make a bracha on Torah, which is our greatest treasure. We thank Hashem, Elokai Neshama Shenasata Bi Tohorehi. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not simply for another day of life, but thank you for giving me back my neshama, all beautiful, all pure, and all ready for another day of dynamic living. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.